Hey, welcome to Pod of Mercy. I am your host, Longhair Linda, and our returning guest co-host is...
myself, flawless Mr TakeNote.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
You made it back.
I'm back. I made it back for part 2, even though I'm still sipping JD and Coke out of this gin glass. But yeah, I made it back. Flawless Mr TakeNote, Mr Sarcasm City, Mr Talk About It Network.
Hey, Mr Talk About It Network, that's a new one. Alright, so you know this from the last episode. We have to start with a rapid fire.
Okay.
We have to get warmed up.
Now,
here's the thing. You had 8 seconds left.
8 seconds? And that was me liquored up and I had 8 seconds
That was you
left.
liquored up, you had 8 seconds left. Now, I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging because we got 10 questions. Instead of giving you 60 seconds, I'm giving you 45.
Alright, let's go.
I wanna beat you. That's
go.
the point. Because to me, I'm like, if we get to 10, then you win.
Let's go. I'm looking forward to this.
Alright, hold on. Let me get the timers together. Alright, are you ready for 45 seconds?
I'm ready. And it's 10 questions in 45
10 questions.
seconds. Right,
Ready?
Yeah.
Marvel vs DC.
Marvel.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Don't like ice cream.
Stupid. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Stretch.
Dogs or cats?
Neither.
What? Would you prefer to be around someone who is charming or genuine?
Genuine.
Facebook or Twitter?
12.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Would you prefer to be famous and comfortable or unknown and wealthy?
Unknown and wealthy.
What's your biggest addiction?
Chocolate.
Sunrise or sunset?
Neither.
Right. You've still got 6 seconds, and
Dude,
I think it's because you answered neither to question. You didn't actually give me answers. I'm not counting it.
What did I give neither to? Let's discuss this. What did I give neither to?
Alright, so the first thing you gave, it wasn't a neither, but it was a I don't like ice cream.
Yeah.
When I said favourite ice cream
I'm
flavour.
not a fan of ice cream.
First of all, how can you not like ice cream?
Because here's the thing, I'll tell you this, even though I'm a slim nigga, as people know when they've seen me and whatnot, when it comes to food, I'm not, alright, let me eat dinner and then dessert. I'm like, let me eat dinner, let me get seconds, let me get thirds, etc., etc. Like,
who says ice cream has to be after dinner? You can have ice cream like on a hot day when you just go out and get some ice cream.
Nah,
Don't do that.
Nah, I'm not a fan of ice cream. I'm just not a fan of ice cream.
Listen, I all of a sudden trust you a little bit less. You know?
I'm not a fan of ice cream.
I trust you a little bit less. I'm not
It is what it is. And what else? You said sunrise or sunset. What do I look like? I'm not the romantic. That's a question to ask Talks. I'm not the romantic type. I don't care. I be sleeping.
What about romance? It's about what you like the look of.
I don't pay attention.
What do you want to see? Do you want to see sunrise, like first thing in the morning? Do you want to see the sun come out?
I'd rather have a naked woman next to me who's fine. That's what it is.
These were not the options.
To be honest, that's what I'd like.
Alright, and the neither I said, we're moving on quickly from that one. The neither that you gave was dogs or cats?
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of animals like that. I'm not a fan of animals.
Are you telling me you don't like dogs?
I'm not a fan of animals. Like, I've never owned a dog or a cat. So I'm not a fan of animals.
No, but it's not about owning. It's what you like. What do you...
Nah, because they don't do anything for me. A cat does nothing for me. Like, my pops has got cats. So, like, when I be at his, and, like, I've woke up, when I've been there staying over, and I woke up early, man's gone downstairs, try to sort my shit out, cat swirling around my feet, doesn't want to get fed.
Do you not like pet them?
And then, yeah.
Give him a good scratch behind the ear.
Nah, I might pet him occasionally, innit? But it is what it is, innit? But then, what can I say? Pussy loves me. Put them through.
Lord. Note to self already. Note to self, edit that out.
You said it all like that. And then with dogs, I've got too many bad memories of being chased by dogs in the ends, innit? That's what it is. I've too many bad memories. I got chased by dogs my whole childhood, innit? I'm not about it, innit?
Alright, maybe I'll allow that one then.
Yeah, I got chased, so that's why. So the dogs and cats, of course, I'm the same neither. The sunset or sunrise, give me sleep, or a nice woman next to me, innit? And then what else? Ice cream.
Favorite ice cream flavour you don't like?
I'm not a fan of ice
I
cream.
don't know, I still feel like you cheated.
I cheated.
Listen, we've got to record at least one more episode. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get
cool.
you.
I'm down.
I'm gonna get you because
down.
this ain't fair enough. I can't be asked thinking about no new rapid fire questions now. But
we'll get it. I'm down. I like that. It's a great start to the episode.
Alright, so this episode, I really wanted to have a chat with you about this episode because and I purposely didn't tell you anything about it beforehand. Because
yes, people, just to let you know, Linda told me nothing about anything that was going on. She was
I want Mr TakeNote's honest reactions to everything today. One of the things you tweet a lot that I 100% agree with is God needs to hit the reset button.
Oh, big facts.
There's a theory online that I agree with too, to an extent. It's a conspiracy theory that, because the Mayan calendar ended in 2012, right? So they were saying the world's going to end in 2012 because the Mayans only predicted it's going to get to 2012, right? So there's this theory that goes around that like the world ended in 2012 and now we're just in purgatory. That's why all this mad shit keeps happening.
Do you know what? Ironically, Tuck said this on the last episode of Sarcasm City about people say the world ended in 2012, and I said, who said this?
It's a lot of people.
But then like the world was supposed to end in 2000, but I was like, long before 2012, the world's been crazy. Just look at slavery. Yo, I said this on the episode. God should have pressed the reset button in the 1800s. This shit been a wrap since then. You've been going downhill since then. Slavery just one thing. Like there's many more things you could list, but slavery is wild too. And the thing is, back in the slavery days, like there wasn't like there was all this technology. Is now they built boats, sailed bare far to Africa. You know how far it is Africa is on a plane? Never mind sailing.
Yes,
they sailed.
It's far.
Well, it's far. You get me? Like Chris Rock said, it's so far. There's still slaves on their way here. Like that's how far it is. You get me? Like, yo,
I forgot about that.
This is what I'm saying. So they built boats, sailed, captured niggas. Put niggas on boats like sardines and brought them over to
sardines.
Like sardines, had them stacked like long before 20. Obviously 20. Like the world is wild now. What I'm saying is the world's been wild for a time. Like God should have pressed the reset button on this a long time ago. And Chris Rock had the best joke about that in Tambourine, which is his most recent stand-up
special.
Yeah, and he said, what's it called? There's nothing that anybody has ever been creating that has been going so well. I've been creating for 7 days that's going so well that they decided to
rest.
Yeah, they decided to rest on the 7th day because it was going so well. No, they're like, let me stop now so I don't fuck this shit up some more. That's exactly what it is. It's a rap, yo. God, press don't even pull the plug in it. Start again from scratch.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I feel like every day I'm on social media a lot more than I should be, and I know this. I need to work on it. But every now and again, I keep seeing stories, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm not even trying to get as deep as like slavery or as serious as that.
Yeah.
But like there's times I'm like,
who raised these people?
I'm just like, how does this happen? So I thought, listen, I'm gonna pick some stories from this year. Okay. Yeah, I think they're all from 2019. Of just articles I've seen and been like, wait, what? And I thought, let me get your reaction, because I want to hear your reaction. Okay. You laugh at stuff and then you also get annoyed at stuff and laugh at it at the same time. Yeah. And I enjoy that energy. So, I'm going to start off light, very light. I want to get your thoughts on this. So this is a headline from Newsweek.com. Man caught driving with 1,000 marijuana plants in his van. He told police they're peppermint. So this was in Spain. Spanish police arrested the unnamed 34-year-old, so he's a grown-up.
He's
grown. On Sunday in the Arganzuela district of the capital, Madrid, after pulling the man over for a traffic offence. During an inspection of the van, the police seized 600 euros in cash, while also finding a contract for the purchase of a boat and a navigation licence. Police say they stopped the van during a routine patrol of the area when they spotted the driver performing an irregular manoeuvre. So basically there was a bunch of boxes. They looked in the boxes and there's all of these cannabis plants. And the guy was like, oh, it's just peppermint.
I want to know why he was doing an irregular manoeuvre. That's what I want to know. That's first and foremost. What was the irregular manoeuvre that he was doing? And why was he doing this? Knowing you have 1,000 marijuana plants in the back.
Would you not drive more safely?
Yeah, you drive, you be seatbelt on.
Gear,
no hip-hop music on. No music whatsoever. You get me? Straight face. Shirt, you get me, tie, everything, you get me. You make sure your tax was on short, the MOT is up to date. Yeah. No tints on the windows. Make sure everything, the car's clean, everything.
But now, if you somehow didn't do all of that, or you did all of that and got stopped anyway, what would you say if they were like, so what's all this?
I'd just be like, right, I like smoking weed, piss test me now. That's what I'd say. Because the first
thing. So you wouldn't go for peppermint?
Nah, I wouldn't go for peppermint because the first thing they think with that many is that you're dealing. So the first thing I'm gonna say is I'm not a dealer. I smoke, piss test me now, and I smoke a lot of weed. and then try and get off that. That's what I try.
Not get the possession with intent to supply or whatever.
You don't want that on your resume. That's not. You don't want that on your resume.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one.
All right, cool.
This one. This is in like, you know how everything goes viral these days? People are trying to copy each other, right?
Yeah.
So the headline for this is on NBC's website, NBCDFW.com. People are throwing cheese at babies in the hashtag cheesed challenge. First of all, let me show you this picture.
How you said cheese? I thought it was grating someone for a cheese slice.
No. So it's like American cheese, you know that singles cheese, the fake cheese.
You with the slice of cheese.
So here's the story. A bizarre social media trend swept the world over the weekend. This was written in March this year. Apparently at the beginning of March, people were wilding around the world, right? So throwing slices of American cheese at babies' faces and posting their reactions. The prank, which is accompanied by the hashtag cheese. Was started by somebody called @Uncle Huxelness. I don't know what that is. I'll put that in the description if I remember. But anyway, so some have cheesed their mums, dads, girlfriends, dogs. Apparently dogs are definitely more receptive to having a piece of cheese thrown in there. In the case of the babies... In the case of the babies, some smile through the cheddar. You know, this person had so much fun writing this article.
We really did. They went all out.
Some smile through the cheddar, some try to eat it, and others look visibly confused.
They're befuddled babies.
Wait, I need to show you. Wait.
Show me, let's see this shit, yo. Let's see this.
This is a little baby just chilling. So what are your thoughts on people throwing singles cheese on their babies?
Yo, wait, firstly, when did you find this story? What happened?
I think I might have been on Reddit. I don't know where I was.
Props to you because you did research. Woo! Secondly, oh shit, like, yo, you know what it is? People got too much time on their hands, you know. This is a prime example, yo. Imagine you're just there with your baby so it runs up, up around, throw some cheese. That what the fuck, yo? Woo! This is a prime example of God needing to press the reset button, innit? Like, yeah, that's what that is.
Oh man, I think I found that somewhere in the depths of Reddit. I don't know where I found it, but I'm so glad I did. I kept looking for the videos as well with the hashtag, and I was just like dying because it's ridiculous that people just keep throwing cheese at their babies. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Woo.
So this one is from, this headline comes from theweek.co.uk and it's specifically in their odd news section, okay? So it's Osama bin Laden toy on sale in Russia.
Jesus Christ.
So an Osama bin Laden action figure with a toy AK-47 has been spotted on sale in Russia. The toy comes with a small mobile phone. Sorry.
Romantic. Does it come with a toy cave as well?
The toy comes with a small mobile phone, an Al Qaeda flag, and an assault rifle. However, it does not come cheap. It is on sale for around 2,000 rubles, which is £25.18, according to this. I'm guessing at the conversion rate in September.
What is the conversion rate there? Jesus Christ.
But apparently rubles ain't worth shit.
We're just shitting on the currency.
I mean, come on now. 2,000 to 25. Come on now.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So this article says, the CIA has previously considered selling bin Laden toys with a demonic face to deter Afghan children from supporting the terror chief.
Jesus Christ, yo. Well, was it the CIA who've like manufactured this shit?
No. So this is already on sale in Russia. But according to this article, I don't know how true this is, but that's what they're saying on theweek.co.uk. They're saying that the CIA had previously considered selling a Bin Laden toy, but with like a demonic face in like Afghanistan, so that the children don't actually like think of Bin Laden as a good thing.
CIA trying to make some cheap money. That's what.
But CIA put crack in the black neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. You don't put past them anything. They can do.
If you're listening, CIA, NSA, I don't mean anything by it. Please don't come raid my house. I ain't do nothing or anything. Let's move on. Alright, so I found this particular one and I'm a bit pissed off because I didn't realise the source until I clicked the link.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I already,
what's the source?
I try not to click links of sources I don't agree with, but this is Fox News. I try not to click their links, but I did. So it is what it is. It's on foxnews.com. Don't click the link. Just take my word.
How come you don't like Fox News?
It's Rupert Murdoch. It's conservative news. It's not real news.
Fair enough.
I don't mind a conservative point of view. I just don't like when it's just, you can see that it's fake. You can see that they're not actually trying to put out news or a balanced argument. It's very tinted. I don't like stuff like that. But it is what it is. I clicked on it and I've clicked on it again. So the headline is, Australian man says boss's flatulence is a form of bullying in $1.2 million lawsuit.
Wait, what? What's with that about? Yo, that went overhead. I've been drinking. Say that again. What?
Australian man says boss's flatulence is a form of bullying in the $1.2 million lawsuit.
Where his boss's flatulence.
Let me get into
elaborate on this.
So, an Australian court is being tasked with determining whether flatulence is a form of bullying in a lawsuit filed by a man against his boss I can do this. Who regularly thrusted his bum at him, according to reports. So David Hinkst, 56, a former employee of construction engineering, brought a case against supervisor Greg Short, who he called Mr Stinky, to Australia's Court of Appeal of the Supreme Court of Victoria. He is seeking $1.28 million, Australian dollars, I'm guessing.
Jesus Christ.
So he said, I would be sitting with my face to the wall and he would come into the room, which was small and had no windows. He would fart behind me and walk away. He would do this 5 or 6 times a day. And he said... And apparently the stench would prompt Hinkst, an engineer, to spray deodorant at his boss. He filed the suit in 2017, claiming the recurrent gas passing was part of an effort to end his employment.
You know what's wild? The fact that he asked for 1.2 million, that's what's wild. 1.2 million, you know, like... 1.2 million, like you think a lot of yourself to ask for 1.2 million for being harassed, didn't it?
I mean, if you can get it, why the hell not? If this man is farting on your face 5 to 6 times a day to try and get you to quit.
Yeah, but the thing is, at some point, you have to man up in it. Like,
but what can you do if that's your boss?
My boss ain't doing that to me. Like, my boss is not comfortable doing that to me. I don't give off that. I don't like to victim shame in these type of things, but I've never given off that type of aura to any boss, and I've done bare different jobs to the fact where he thinks he can come and disrespect me in any manner. Never mind come and fight in my face 5 to 6 times a day. This guy's saving them up to come over to me when we're in an enclosed space with no windows. Like, nah.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, that's a bit wild still, isn't it?
Alright.
That's a bit wild.
It is wild.
Don't be a victim all your life, innit?
Oh my gosh. Don't be a victim of flatulence all your life. Alright, this one's a bit more deep and it's a bit more close to home.
Okay.
Alright, so it's from the DerbyshireTimes.co.uk. The headline is, Derbyshire thug attacked his partner over psychic's predictions. So, a thug who attacked his partner after a row about a psychic's predictions has been given a 2-year restraining order. So, apparently this guy, Daniel John Scott, 33, he pushed his partner off a bed and threw a linen basket at her. Sorry, we're not laughing at domestic violence. It's just the linen basket that gets me. Right. So he pushed his partner off a bed and threw a linen basket at her after they had a row concerning a psychic's predictions that Scott's partner was going to have a baby.
But not with him.
I don't know, because it doesn't make it seem like it's not with him. It seems like the psychic just said you're about to have a baby.
See that?
And then they disagreed with one another.
This tells you what you need to know. People don't go see psychics, so they're all frauds. Frauds. Don't go see
I
them.
take it then you don't believe in like
otherworldly. No,
whatever.
there's no psychics. They don't exist. They're not real. And this is a prime example of don't go see them. What are you going to see? What are you going to see a psychic for? And now look in it. Now you're out here throwing friggin'
linen baskets.
And get me, and you're a woman in that in it. And now you got a restraining order. Like, nah, don't go see psychics. That's what I get from that story. Do not go and see psychics.
Well, he said apparently they went on holiday together and we were living as a family, according to him, and it all went pear-shaped.
Yeah, I ain't gonna see no psychic. For what? For you to throw lies in my woman's head and all that? Nah.
So wait, hold on. On that note, so say you're with a girl, you guys are together.
Yeah.
She goes to a psychic.
Yeah.
Just that on its own.
Yeah.
Does that put you off her?
Nah.
Okay. So let's say she goes to the psychic and the psychic said some wild shit to her.
Yeah.
Doesn't even necessarily have to be about you, but some wild shit about life, and your girl is following that and trying to live her life in a way that will avoid the wildness that the psychic said. Do you then go,
Nah, I'll just be like, you know, psychics ain't real, right? Like, that's not real shit. That's what I think. And then I'd see her response to that. Then it varies on how long we've been together and shit. And if she's a little bit gullible, she might be a little bit gullible, innit? Like, alright, this is what it is, innit?
Alright.
As long as there's no major impact on her or the relationship, I'll be like,
so you'll still be cool, it's just that you have to say, listen, you know that.
Yeah, you know it's fake. Okay. I'll let you have no.
But you're not breaking up over it unless it's wild. Okay.
I ain't breaking up unless it's like wild shit.
Alright, we're going back to the funny. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Because I wasn't when I opened this. I opened this and said, this cannot be real.
Cool. I'm
going to say the headline. I'm going to show you the picture.
Right.
And then I'm going to tell you what the hell the story's about. The headline, courtesy of apnews.com. Pastafarian pastor leads prayer in Alaska government meeting. I'm going to say that again.
Go on, say that again.
Either Pastafarian or Pastafarian, depending on how you pronounce pasta.
Yeah.
Pastafarian pastor leads prayer at Alaska government meeting.
Wow.
This is the picture. So I'm going to describe the picture to you. So it's a government meeting. So you know, like these American meetings, the massive tables are there in front of, you know, an audience or whatever. The guy is sat there looking very serious with a colander on his head as a hat because he's a Pastafarian.
So is it Pastafarian? Does that mean he's Italian and a Rastafarian? Is that what that is?
I'm going to go ahead and read.
That's what that is.
So a pastor wearing a colander on his head offered the opening prayer on behalf of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Jesus Christ. The flying
I was so determined to not laugh through that. Right, I'm going to start again.
It's alright. You want me to read this out or you got this, yeah?
No, I can do. I'm determined.
Uh-huh.
A pastor wearing a colander on his head offered the opening prayer on behalf of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster to open a local government meeting in Alaska, the latest blessing from a non-traditional church since a court ruling. So basically in Alaska, I think there was like a court ruling where it was like, it doesn't have to be just a Christian church, you need to open it up to other faiths.
See,
and this leader of the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster.
See what I'm saying? That's how you know when God needs to press the reset button, when the world is becoming like a Family Guy episode. This sounds like a sketch out. It happened in Family Guy when Peter became the Fonz.
Oh yeah, the Church of the Fonz.
Yeah, the Church of the Fonz is the same shit.
That. Oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah, it's the same shit. That's how you know when the world, the real world, is becoming like a sitcom. That's how you know. It's becoming like a show. That's how you know it's fucked up.
Do you want me to read you the prayer?
Yeah, go on. Let's say the prayer, innit? Let's pray. Let's pray. I'll let you finish laughing first. I'll let you finish it. There we go.
No, it's
let you laugh out in it. It's alright. Go on.
Wait. So this is the whole. I think this is the whole statement he said. So his name is Barrett Fletcher, and he's a Pastafarian pastor. So he says,
"Where's the Farian from? Is he Rasta? Is that what it is?"
No, I think it's because it's Rastafarian, but it's Pastafarian. I think they just saw something that kind of fit. It's a pun or something. I don't know. But he says, so I'm called to invoke the power of... No, I thought I could do it. Wait. Okay. So I'm called to invoke the power of the true inebriated creator of the universe, the drunken tolerator of all lesser and more recent gods, the maintainer of gravity here on earth. May the great flying spaghetti monster rouse himself from his stupor and let his noodly appendages ground each assembly member in their seats. Man said noodly appendages. Noodly appendages. Oh, let me tell you something. When I first read this article, I was crying. I was absolutely crying when I read this article.
I can imagine. You picked out some goodies there.
Oh my god. Right, we're gonna move on because that's too much. Alright. Now this one, okay, so that was Alaska, that was the US. We are going into Africa now. We're going to my people in Kenya.
Alright, this is gonna be good.
And okay.
This is gonna be good.
So there's a guy that's claiming he's the second coming of Christ.
Alright.
He's a white man in robes, chilling out in churches in Kenya.
Alright, check him out. Okay.
And that's what he looks like.
You just have that the stereotypical Jesus look.
He has the white Jesus look.
He has the white Jesus look. He's got a point.
So the second coming of Jesus Christ has appeared in a church in Africa. It has been claimed the man with long hair, white robes and a beard preached and danced at the packed church in Kiserian, Kenya. Kiserian. Listen, I'm Kenyan and I've never heard of this place, so I don't know. However, his social media profiles state his true name is Michael Job.
That's a Jesus-y name.
I mean Job.
Yeah, that's
unless
a
it's Michael
name.
Job and I'm just reading it that way because of the biblicalness of it all.
Michael Job. Like, if men can be women and women can be men and people can identify as whatever and a blue bin can identify as the green bin, hey, let my man believe his Jesus is what it is, innit? We have gender neutral bathrooms now. Whatever happens, innit? Let it slide.
Alright, we're going to move on. And we're going to stay in Kenya though.
Alright, let's stay in Kenya.
Here's the thing, the article won't open up again, but I remember this. So I'm going to go from memory, right? So I can see the headline from the URL, but it's just not working for me right now and I don't know why. But the headline is Migori, which is an area.
Okay.
Migori man pees in bed to spite wife after she feigned headache. So basically this guy...
You know what? Before you even get into it, I'm saying I understand. I'm not saying I agree, but I understand.
You can't say that.
I understand in it. Why she feigning the headache? He probably wanted some. You get me? You wanted some Nucky and she wanted with it.
Okay, so listen. Keep that same energy when I tell you the facts.
Tell me the facts of it. I will say I'm wrong if the facts are different, but that's what I'm guessing from.
A man was out drunk. He was drinking all night.
Yeah.
He came home. He could barely do anything. He falls into bed. His wife's already asleep. It's the middle of the night. He falls into bed.
Yeah.
And he's like hitting on her, trying to get her to, like hitting her on the arm or whatever, trying to have sex. She's asleep. So he took that as rejection because of the fact that she was merely asleep.
Yeah, that's a bit deep.
And pissed the bed in protest.
See, that's a fake headline because it said feigning headache, innit? So it's like, yeah. Nah, that's fair enough then, innit?
And then when she woke, because she's like, what the hell is going on? I'm guessing she felt the warmth in the bed.
Yeah, she felt
and she's
the wetness.
Like, wait. She wakes up and she's like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, you wouldn't have sex with me. Yeah. So...
Yeah, you wildin' there.
And then she was like, well, what if I had a headache?
See, that's what she...
And I think that's where the feigning of the headache thing came from.
Yeah. I don't know why she
said that. She went out embarrassing. She told all the neighbours. Like, it was bad.
She didn't need to do all that.
She told all the neighbours.
She didn't need to do all that.
That story was wild. I wish I could tell you I can't open it for whatever reason. But that shit got me. That made me laugh so much. All right. We only got a couple left.
Alright, cool.
We're going back to the God theme, right? So, flight crew restrains God, in quotes, aboard Delta flight, returns to Puerto Rico. So, there was a Delta Airlines flight. So, it was going from Puerto Rico to New York.
Right.
And the flight attendants had to restrain a passenger because he all of a sudden stood up and shouted, "I am God." And he was claiming that he was going to save the world, forcing the plane to return back to the airport in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Why did they return? Why did they turn the flight back and turn it back? Because he said, "I am God."
So they had to restrain him and then go back. Because you can't just get up and yell shit on a flight.
Yeah, that's
like, it's scary, people. Imagine so you're on a flight, right? You're on a plane. Already everyone's a little bit on edge.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Even if you're okay flying. I like flying. I don't get anxious flying. But there is that little thought in the back of my mind, oh shit, what if someone tries some bullshit? You're up in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you're in the air. Taking off, all cool. Seatbelt sign goes off. Man stands up in front of you and starts shouting, I am God, I'm going to save the world.
Yeah, I would have told him, shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. That's exactly what I would have told him. Like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Now say he's not sitting down.
Enjoy the flight, innit? Yeah, that's true. I'd be like, yo.
They have to restrain
what they call attendants. I'd be like, yo, they should have tranquilizer darts or something, innit? You get me?
Tranquilizer darts, you know. They just have handcuffs. That's enough.
Tranquilizer darts. So we can still get to where we want to. We're just going from Puerto Rico to New York.
So it's an efficiency thing.
Yeah, it's an efficiency thing. Let's still get. Put his ass to sleep for the flight. And then boom, we can go and then go in it. Because now we gotta go back to. It was going from Puerto Rico to New York, is that right? So now we gotta go back to Puerto Rico, even though I probably had plans in New York. Say, I could have had anything going on. I could have been with my woman, honeymoon. I could have been meeting family in New York. I could have been going to a URL event. Who knows now? I miss it because of this dickhead. I put his ass to sleep and let's go with it.
Can we just say he said one of his options was honeymoon, which means I feel like Flawless is about to get married on us at some point.
Where did you get that? You
said honeymoon.
I'm just using that as an example.
Honeymoon. But why did you go to that example?
Because I could be with my woman and then
I'm just gonna put it out here. I feel like Flawless has found someone he's trying to marry. If you're listening, you are a lucky lady. Good luck.
Look at me properly, innit?
Look at me properly. This ain't a visual. This ain't a visual episode.
You get me? Look at me properly, innit? You get me?
Alright, we're gonna
I had a girl say that to me actually, speaking of that. She said, I'm looking at you properly, innit? I was dying.
Wait, she said it?
Yeah, the girl said it to me, I was dying.
Wait, was she kidding or was she like,
she was clowning around. She was clowning around because she's heard me say it.
I was about to say, hey,
she's clowning around. She's clowning around. Boldness. But she's heard me say it, so she's clowning around.
So she said it back to you.
She said it back to me. She's like, I'm looking at you properly. We've got to continue with it.
Alright, this is the last one.
Right.
This is not as funny. And the reason I included it is because when we say God needs to hit the reset button, yes, we're joking, we're laughing, and we're saying, oh my God, all this shit's weird. But at the same time, it's like, oh, we're really fucking up the planet. Like, we're really messing it up, and it's the only one we have to live on so far. So, this one is, the heading comes from npr.org. And it says, Concrete Berg, the weight of a blue whale plagues London sewers. So a London water provider is asking people to please stop pouring concrete down the drains.
Pouring concrete?
I don't know who's doing this.
Who's pouring?
What is
how do you pour concrete down the drain?
Like liquid concrete. Apparently they're pouring it down the drain. Like when they're done with excess, if they're like building, doing works or whatever, people are pouring the excess down the drains.
Oh shit.
So Thames Water is the one that's saying there's a concrete berg. You know how they had the fat berg? You know they showed that big fat thing, people pouring oil down their drains.
Yeah.
And you end up with this big iceberg with just a fat. Apparently there's another one now,
I'm sure
concrete.
There's only a select amount of people who have concrete to pour down the drain. There should be very much to narrow it in.
I mean, it must be bad enough that Thames Water are having to say something about it. I mean, this was in April earlier this year, so I'm hoping people have stopped by now. But
surely that can only be people who are working on shit. Like, I wouldn't even know where to get liquid concrete.
Well, apparently, I mean, Thames Water are saying, it goes without saying that pouring concrete down the drains into our sewers isn't going to do any good. So apparently this mass that's now been created is longer than a football field. And weighs approximately 115 tons.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So clearly enough people are pouring it that it's a problem. I just don't know who.
Yeah, who is this?
And whoever that is, can they stop? Like, this is wild.
What is it destroying the Thames, did you say?
Well, no, basically you end up with like a concrete berg. So once it starts to harden, you end up with this big mass that can't disintegrate.
So where does this mass come?
Well, it like blocks the sewers and stuff. Yeah, because they're pouring it down the drain. It has to go. We need the sewers. I mean,
but wait, where is this? Is this in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
So you don't care. See, this is some bullshit. How do I know that's where it's going?
You got that.
Listen, you Northerners, yeah. I know I live here now, but you don't take the piss. Every single Northern person is always like, either fuck London, it's shit, or I bet you Southerners talk shit about us. We don't even care about you lot.
Here's the thing.
We don't say nothing about you.
London's my second, outside of Manchester. London's my favourite city. It's my second favourite city.
So you don't care if we have concrete bergs in our sewers? You don't give a shit, but you say second city. How do you say that?
I love it, but it's like there's not anyone there that like I'm really concerned. You're here. So it's like, who else do I care about that's down there, innit?
That is a wild take. That is a crazy take.
It's like, it's the real shit though, I'm honest in it. People only care about shit when, well, I shouldn't say all people. 99% of people only care about shit when it happens to them.
Speak for yourself. You have no empathy, apparently.
If this was happening in freaking Birmingham, you'd be like, hey, alright, cool, whatever, innit? Exactly, that's why you're smiling.
No, I wouldn't. I still think it's important.
Alright, say it was happening in Hemel Hempstead or whatever it is.
That's near London.
Alright, well, you just be like, alright, cool.
You talk shit. I wouldn't. Like, I'd still be like, okay, what are we doing?
No, you wouldn't be like, what are you doing?
I'm like that when it's like a different country.
You wouldn't be like that. Alright, so if this was happening in Germany, you just be like,
I'd still care. It's still a problem.
Alright, but you know what? You're one.
It's blocking sewers.
Alright, so you're one of the 1% of it.
But that's the problem. Yeah, we should care about this shit. You know what? Because you know what? God is setting the reset button.
Because we got bigger problems, that's why.
No, but that is a big problem. That's our climate. That's our water source.
Hey, I mean,
if our sewers don't work...
Yes,
it's that thinking that's the problem. That's wild.
It's not my part.
That's a wild.
If it was happening in Manchester, I'd be like, alright, maybe we have to deal with this. And even then,
maybe we should do something.
If it was like North Manchester, I'd be like, alright. If it's South, then I'd be like, alright, cool, we need to sort
it out.
Wait,
I live in North Manchester. You have to care about it, technically.
Alright, cool, innit? If it was in your part, the rest would be like, alright, this way it is.
Alright, we're gonna move on because we're just gonna move on. Alright, so we're going to Mahakama, the final segment. Mahakama is Swahili for court, if you don't know already. And it's where we get all our judgment out.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna talk to you about some shit.
Let's go.
We're gonna say mercy or no mercy to this situation or person. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, I've been in these Reddit streets, okay, because I'm a Twitter girl, but every now and again I go on Reddit and I'm like, why do I not use this site more? People are crazy, okay? So there is a subreddit, there is a community on Reddit that's called Am I the Asshole? And it's basically where people like submit their own situations to be like, guys, can you just tell me in the comments, am I the asshole or not? Right? So this guy.
What does this guy do?
So this guy, and I thought it'd be good to have you on here because, you know, it just makes sense for this one.
Right.
So, here's the title first of all. He says, am I the asshole for wanting my girlfriend to wear makeup and take care of body hair? So he elaborates. He says, I know how the title sounds. Hear me out. So he's 26 and he's male. And his girlfriend is 24 and female. Okay? So my girlfriend takes forever in the bathroom. Upwards of an hour, sometimes closer to 2. When I playfully ribbed her about this, she'd get irritated, but nothing major. 3 months ago, I was playfully teasing her and she flipped out. She said she won't do anything anymore. And true to her word, she hasn't shaved, waxed, or put on any makeup since then. And she wears her head... he said she wears her hair looking like bedhead. I'm guessing that's just messy, right?
Yeah, it's messy, yeah.
I told her that I got her point and would appreciate it if she resumed doing things that I also do to stay presentable. Her head hair improved a bit, although not even close to how it was before. But she still has hair on her legs and underarms, a semi-unibrow, etc.
Jesus.
Now she's saying I have to pay her to resume taking care of herself, which I find crazy as I'm not her sugar daddy. Why should I pay for her to upkeep herself like she's my sugar baby? I understand that it's her body, her choice, etc. But if there are any guys out there who think they would be okay if their girlfriend had long underarm hair, then you're a better man than me. I haven't pushed her to do anything, nor am I enforcing her or enforcing any ultimatums. If, as she says, I've been conditioned to want her to look a certain way, well, that sucks, but it's not my fault. If we broke up, she'd pay for all this beauty stuff herself, so why should I pay? Anyone who says I'm the asshole, are you going to then start paying for all your girlfriend's beauty regimens? Or else be fine with 100% body hair, no makeup, no hair care, nothing whatsoever. Be honest with yourselves. So it carries on, but I'm going to stop there. Right. So basically, the too long didn't read was, he was like, listen, you take too long in the bathroom, man. You take too long getting ready. So she's like, you know what? After a while, she's like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't doing none of the shit that I've been in there doing. I ain't shaving, I ain't waxing, I ain't doing my hair and I ain't doing my makeup. You get me as I am. She's been doing that for 3 months, and he's like, yo. You got.
Firstly, just from my standpoint for her, I rate her petty.
Go ahead.
I love that. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of petty shit I do. The petty was strong. I love seeing petty shit happening. I love it. So it's like, firstly, I rate her petty. Okay. Secondly, where he fucked up was, you know, the stereotypical female takes long in the bathroom. It's like, let it slide. It's not that deep of a thing. Like, I expect it. If a girl's short in the bathroom, cool. If she takes 4 or 5 hours to get ready.
Well, he said cool. 1, sometimes 2 hours.
Yeah,
so I don't even think that's that long.
That's not that long. So it's like, you should expect this. Surely you can't be into relationships. So it's like, you expect this. Yo, all you had to do there was shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing, you feel me? Yo, chill, play PS4, Xbox, watch YouTube, whatever in it. Like, she's out of your hair at this point. Enjoy being you in it. You know what I mean? Enjoy whatever you like to do. So that's where he fucked up.
So then he complained. And so she said, alright.
Yeah,
I ain't doing it no more.
Yeah, like, and she has a fair point. Yeah, she has a fair point with that, because she's like, she's like, not only am I doing this for me, I'm doing it for you also, so I look good. Yeah, that's right. So it's like.
So then he's like, okay, no, but you at least have to do what I do to be presentable. So she says, all right, cool, I'll start doing my hair, but if you want anything else, you're gonna have to pay.
That's where he fucked up, innit? Yeah,
so far,
that's
you're saying he's fucked up so far.
Yeah, he fucked up. And then the thing is with that, it's like, even if like she kept on doing that and then she wanted to get something done, you should do that. Like, if your girl, like, she was like, oh, I'll pay for my weave, I'll pay for my nails, do that shit. Like, I've done that with girls I've been involved with in the past. I wanted to look good, innit? So like, here's no.
And she said, listen,
I know I'm gonna like it, innit? So it's like, of course I'm not gonna say no. Like, that's just common sense.
Alright. So now the girlfriend chimes in with her side. So this literally says girlfriend side, okay? So she says, remember this is the 24, let me tell you this website.
I need to get ready.
I don't know why I'm not on it often enough, but I love it. Okay, so she says, he keeps being a dick about how long I would take in the bathroom. So as he said, I quit things. I quit things that he didn't even realise I was doing. No makeup. No shaving, no waxing, no brows, no waxing those moustache hairs. I have curly frizzy hair, so I stopped using product on straightening, on curling irons and all that. No mani-pedis, no touching up, no redoing my highlights. Do I look like a beast? Sure. Am I a comfy smug beast? Hell yes. He rightfully pointed out that he takes care of himself for me by shaving his beard and cutting his hair. So I obligingly waxed my upper lip and got a haircut.
Wax my upper lip, you know.
The petty is so strong. I love it. I wish I had this amount of petty in me. So she then says, I'm continuing to do this whole thing because 1, it's so much less effort for me, and 2, it's way cheaper. 3, now that I stopped, it feels like, why do I ever have to do all this shit? It's unfair. And if I have to do it, because both of us have been conditioned to see me doing these things as a basic standard for women, then he should pay half the cost. I conservatively spend at least $1,000, I'm guessing this is in America, $1,000 a year on brows, shaving supplies, hair products, highlights, haircuts and makeup. Conservatively. He should have to pay me at least half of that if he wants me to do it. And an extra for painful things like bikini waxes if he wants me to do them again. Otherwise, it's not fair.
I hear what she's saying.
What do you think about her point?
Like, so I again, I rate her petty strongly, very highly rate the petty. But at this point, she has when she stopped doing everything, she's drove her point home. Mm-hmm. So like, for me, that would be enough in that situation where you're like, you understand where I'm coming from. I've gone to the complete extreme, so you understand why I do all this. Like, she shouldn't expect him to pay, because if he wasn't there, she'd probably still be doing this anyway. It's a yin and yang, so he should want to help. He should want to help her pay.
Yeah.
But then he should definitely want to, but then she should expect it. She should want to look good, not only for him, look good for you.
But what she's saying is, that was the case before. But now she's realising, now that she was being petty for 3 months, she's realising, oh, this is so much less effort. Why have I been doing this all this time?
That's fair enough.
So she's not even necessarily doing it even for herself.
Alright, that's fair.
So what she's saying is, if we're both thinking this is how I should look for you, then surely you should chip in. Not pay for all of it, but we go 50-50 because we both think this is how I should look for you. That's her point of view.
Like, where you to go, because I'm not into like, that's like if I'm involved with a female, once we start like battling like that, I'm not in it with that, in it. Like, that's too much stress in it. I like a peaceful life. Yeah. Like, obviously, I'm very comfortable with confrontation in it. Like 50 Cent said in it, when people say they want they want a problem, I say okay, no problem. But when it comes to like a woman to be involved with, once you start getting into that, I'm out in it.
Okay.
Can't be asked for that type of shit. But I understand what she's saying.
What she's saying.
I understand. Because he fucked it up initially. I would tell, if that was my boy and that happened, I'd say, you fucked up. Yeah, I would have been like, yo, you should have just shut the fuck up and let her look good for you in it and be calm with it. And now fuck up, look at you, $500 a month out of pocket because you couldn't keep your mouth shut in it. Sometimes you gotta get out of your own way.
Alright, so then they did a thing together, so from both. We love each other a lot and aren't actually fighting. We recognise that we're having a difference in opinion, and since neither of us were able to sway the other one, we came to the court of public opinion. So they're just explaining that, listen, we're not really fighting, but we just thought we'd come to you lot, see what you lot say. And so after they got a whole bunch of comments, and most of the comments were, dude, why did you even say anything? Just like what you said. People were like, no, you're the arsehole. Because you know the question is, am I the arsehole? They kept saying, yes, you are the arsehole, right? So he comes in on an edit, and he says, all right, I'm the arsehole. You know, it wasn't even the people saying I was the arsehole that convinced me so much as the people that were saying I wasn't. So this is the bit where I read and I was like, oh, I didn't even think about this. So he says, no way in hell do I want to hold the same opinion as some of you. So if you think I'm not the arsehole, then I definitely am. My girlfriend not wanting to remove body hair is not the same as me walking around without showering in stained shirts and greasy hair. Jesus, the amount of sexist pigs that personally reached out to assure me that I am not the arsehole, and the Reddit commenters are comprised of libtards, cucks and feminazis, etc. Man, I think it's reasonable to say that I'm allowed to no longer be attracted to her physically after this. And in that case, I would either pay up or we break up. However, luckily, I'm still very much into her. I would highly prefer the lack of body hair, but it's far from a deal breaker. And I think those who pointed out that I should be trying to unlearn these standards are correct. As I said before, this was never a fight. And for all of you lot calling my girlfriend ugly or whatever, telling me I can do so much better, she's always hot as fuck, have fun in your mum's basement tonight. Jesus Christ. I rate that energy, can I just say. And then she comes in and says, thank you, Reddit, for knocking some sense into this man. He let me shave his legs. He said he feels like a dolphin. I've decided his genuine contrition and heartfelt apologising is enough for me, and I will resume shaving my pits for him and doing my brows and my hair, etc., etc.
I'm good. They got to a happy ending. That's where social media does come in handy. Yeah, that's right.
So this is the bit that I wanted to talk about. This is the mercy or no mercy. It wasn't actually for him, right? It was for both of them. Should they have put their business out like that? Bearing in mind that they got so much shit from weirdos talking about how, no, you're not the asshole. She should be doing whatever you say, and where all these weird people online. Should they have put their business out online, or should they have just, it wasn't a real fight, should they have just talked about it and got over it?
It was right to, because I look at, I'm results over. I don't care how you get to the result as long as you get to the right result. Fuck how you got there.
Yeah.
What was the result right in it? Fuck how it happened then.
Yeah.
Like, did you get to the right result? They got to the right result, so yeah, it was right to. Fuck how I did it. Did you do it in it? You know what I mean?
I feel the same way, especially because they weren't really fighting.
Yeah,
they just had a difference of opinion. So if they were really fighting, I'd have been like, no mercy.
That's what I'm saying. That's why if they were really fighting, then it's a bit more whack. Because like, why go to the internet? Go to people around you.
Why put it on social media if you're really fighting? But because they weren't really fighting, they just had a difference of opinion.
Let's put this out to the people.
They just put it out to the people and had some fun with it, and then they had a conversation with each other and realised, you know, we were cool with what we were doing before, so we'll just carry on with
that. He realised, I should have thrown up in the verse.
I should have just not said anything. And look, she's back to looking how she was.
And when she fired, and he said she's hot. So
she's
like,
fire with or without. I love that energy.
So that's what I'm saying.
I love that he was like, listen, you're not gonna call my girlfriend ugly now. I mean, I can talk about her unibrow, but you ain't saying shit about her girl.
I can talk about her pits, but nah.
But nah, bro.
Nah, I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. So yeah, I'm the mercy because they got to the. I'm results over everything in it. So you get to the right result, they got to the result.
Dope. I agree. Damn it, I wanted to disagree with you, not on this in particular, but just in general, because
I'm just too logical, that's what it is.
How can we keep agreeing on, Mahakamas are fun if we disagree, surely. I'm going to try and think of, next time you're on, I'm going to try and think of a...
You know what it is? You're very logical though, and I'm very logical, that's why. This is probably why we get on so well as well. I'm extremely logical.
Yeah, same.
That's what it is. So
I might be too logical. That might be something I need to work on.
I'm very logical, but I'm like that. I look at the evidence and I'm like, alright. And if there's not enough evidence...
Look at it from both sides, figure it out. Don't get too emotional about it.
Don't get emotionally involved, nah.
I agree. The only time I show emotion is when I'm angry, to be honest.
That's fair enough.
Or if I'm crying at like a really cute episode or something. You know, like if I'm watching something super cute, I'll start crying. But in real life, I don't cry like that.
I hear that. Like
I cry at shows and movies.
I get what you're saying. Like I feel like fictional deaths hit me. I don't cry and all that.
Thank you so much for doing this. No, I appreciate you. And I'm so happy to be part of the network. I can't wait to put out more shit.
Love having you on the network. It's great.
Network's fire. I can't wait to just see what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna do big bits.
Big things. Plans. Pod of Mercy every other Wednesday. Go find Sarcasm City. Go find Talk About It Network. Listen to Flawless on the radio. If you find any radio show that he's doing, because I know he's gonna do this football radio show.
Oh yeah,
soon.
of course.
As soon as you find out, check his Twitter.
Yeah, we'll be posting it anyway. If you follow me across everywhere, you'll
be
see me
spamming it everywhere.
That's exactly that. Like Linda just said, Pod of Mercy fortnightly Wednesdays.
Hey, join us for some good times and whatever. All right, bye.